Hello, I'm Chip Martin-Chaffee. I invite you to watch our feet as we follow the feet of the Franciscan Sisters of Little Falls every Wednesday during Lent this year. Take the time to reflect on your service to others and the impact that service has on those in your community.
I'm Sister Elise Saggau, Franciscan Sister of Little Falls, and I have been asked to talk a little bit about the history of the healthcare ministry that our sisters have done for since 1891, since we first established our mother house here in Little Falls. They immediately realized that there was a need in the area for healthcare, and they immediately turned the new building into not just a convent and also a place for some orphans that they had with them, but also a hospital. This was in continuity with the kind of work that sisters had been doing in our country for over 100 years. Ours was a new congregation, but even though we had been doing teaching before, those sisters had been doing teaching before they came here, they recognized the need and immediately began a hospital. In 1893, the sisters went to Rock Island, Illinois to open a hospital, which seems like a really big stretch, but somehow or other, I think, the bishop there petitioned for this, and some of our sisters went there. In 1899, they built a hospital in Breckenridge, Minnesota, and the whole community was on a roll by that time. And in the next 2 decades, we had open hospitals in Perham, Minnesota, Dodgeville, Wisconsin, Moorhead, Minnesota. And in 1924, we were managing the Marquette University Hospital and School of Nursing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And we just continued opening hospitals and nursing homes in the time that followed. And it actually, healthcare became the primary service of the Franciscan Sisters of Little Falls.
I'm Clara, and I'm very happy to be able to share with you a little bit about who I am, and particularly about a program that I started here in St. Cloud called Franciscan Community Volunteers. Our community asked me to do something with young adults. Now that was new to me, and I thought, what would be very good? And the program we designed had 3 particular focuses that were essential. One was that they would live community life with us as Franciscan sisters. Now, this program was for college graduates, men and women, so that was new to them to be living with sisters. And another part of the program was that they would be working full-time in a ministry that would be focusing with the needy here in St. Cloud. We chose that ministry kind of before they came. As we interviewed them, they told us what their interests were, and we said what are some possibilities, and we kind of matched that. And then when they came, they went to that place. And the last one was that we wanted them to, since they were living with us, to have a focus on Franciscan spirituality, following the spirit of St. Francis, which prayer was important, but so was peacemaking. And Francis was also somebody who loved the poor. So the places where they ministered were focused in those areas.
One time when I was a regional director of various of our ministries, hospitals and schools in the western part of the state, I was at the end of my rope. One day I was out in a retreat center. It was cold and the wind was blowing and no one was around. And I just yelled to God. I said, God, where are you? I can't find you. And I heard the voice. I didn't hear it with my ears, but the voice said, you will find me in the poor. I was at the end of my term at that time, service here, So I knew some people, some sisters and priests in the southern part of Venezuela. So I wrote to them, and would you like me to come and work with you? Is that possible? And they invited me, and I went to a language school, learned Spanish, and I spent 8 years in Venezuela. The focus of our work was the development of faith community. Each of us was given a whole neighborhood where we were to develop community and the experience of our faith.
I've spent a good deal of time, not only with teaching, but primarily with working with parish social ministry in the Archdiocese. And that's not the social ministry of drinking coffee and having card parties. It's outreach to people in need. That's where my main ministry has been. It's been very satisfying, I should say, because I believe that, like Francis, trying to meet the needs of ordinary people, begging here and giving there.
Well, David and I are thrilled to dance for Clare Residence, and it was really nice talking with both of you today.
Thank you. Thank you, Chip.
And join us next Wednesday as we follow the feet of the sisters in this community and see where those feet have taken them.